While the world is dealing with the ever-evolving mutations, Israel is now scrambling to find buyers for hundreds and thousands of life-saving vaccines, which are set to expire by the end of July. According to reports, the Health Ministry of Israel is set to destroy at least 800,000 doses of the Pfizer vaccines in the next 2 weeks. According to the Israeli public broadcaster, these Pfizer doses are worth hundreds of millions of dollars and will be disposed of if no buyers are found before the expiry date. Israel's search for buyers comes as several countries are expanding their inoculation drives to combat the fast-spreading new variants of coronavirus. According to latest reports, Israel is now in talks with several countries to either purchase the vaccines or take them in exchange for other vaccines. These vaccines had also been rejected by the Palestinian Authority for being too close to the expiration date. Israel was among the first countries to purchase millions of vaccines from Pfizer, and despite having millions of unused shots, the country cracked another deal for 18 million doses in April. This decision was taken by the former Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu for a possible need for booster shots. At present, Israel has more than 1.4 million shots that will expire at the end of July, but hopes to use 600,000 of them to vaccinate teenagers, that is, between 12 to 15 years before the expiry date, and the country will then be left with 800,000 unused Pfizer doses. According to the Israeli Health Ministry, more than 5 million people have been vaccinated with at least a single dose, with a daily rate of vaccination at 13,000 people. At that rate, it will take until July 21st to vaccinate 300,000 more people. At least 500,000 shots will be left to the disposal as vaccines reach their expiration date. Our correspondent Jody Cohen brings us more details from Jerusalem. Take a look.
Israel is a relative success story in the pandemic. The country was an early starter in the global vaccination campaign and signed a deal with Pfizer to buy vaccines in exchange for sharing medical data. But the country is now faced with a tricky situation, an excess of vaccines. So far, over 5.5 million people have received their first shot. Currently, there are over 1,500 active cases of COVID-19 in the country, up from 230 11 days ago. However, only 43 people are in hospital, and of these, 21 are believed to be in a serious condition. And these numbers are really credited with the vaccination campaign. The vaccines are, however, fast approaching their expiry date at the end of July, and the question remains what to do with them. Israel first offered them to the Palestinian Authority, and there was widespread shock across the country when the Palestinians refused them. Israel's now urging its teenagers to go and get vaccinated, and it believes it can use up 600,000 of the shots in this way. The Prime Minister Naftali Bennett has urged people to go before the deadline of July 9th to get their first dose. Israel is meanwhile in talks with other countries to sell the remaining 800,000 doses, and it remains to be seen if a deal can be found to avoid the vaccines expiring and ending up being destroyed. This is Jody Cohen reporting for WION from Central Israel.
WION World is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news updates on the move.